Hello, everyone. My name is Victor from Komplet America. Today, we're going to go over the 704, what you should really check for on your daily checklist. Obviously, we have the machine inside, machine's off. You want to go over your machine, a visual inspection. Make sure there's like nothing loose, any hardware. These machines do vibrate. Um, After operating your unit, you should hose them off, especially on the underneath where your extraction belt is. Make sure there's no material that's stuck on the rollers. Have them spinning freely. You should hose that down. You want to go over your machine, all your grease points. On the 704s, there is remote grease lines for the bearings all the way in the back. A lot of people forget about those. For the grease amounts for these grease points and all the other ones on this unit, it's located in your user manual in the back. And that pretty much tells you how many grams and how many times a day that you want to grease your unit. Usually everything on the 704 you want to grease at least once a day. Uh, I recommend any part that's rotating, you want to grease once a day. If you have your unit stationary, you have your extraction belt open, you don't have to grease this pin that's stationary, that's not rotating once a day. Bearings once a day. 704 very crucial grease fittings on these units are these right here. I call these the grease fittings of the workhorse, which is your swing jaw. Very important. You grease those. You have to grease those once a day. Very important. Also, if you notice here, you have a tag that tells you to do a visual inspection. And on the visual inspection, it's usually 80 hours. So every 80 hours, you want to check and do a visual inspection on your toggle fuse. And if you want to really look at it, your toggle fuse is all the way right above here, right above your springs. If you're using your suppression system, take out your nozzles, clean them out, clean the debris. These units have a provision for a garden hose. I always recommend doing like a water filter. It keeps all the sediment going into the hose and it doesn't clog up the sprayers. Always make sure you have your battery shut off at the end of the day. You just want to do a visual inspection, open up all your doors. Make sure you have no leaks. Everything is nice and tight. That's the main thing you have to look for. A lot of people overlook that. You will get, if you have a leak. Remember, these units do vibrate, so it's better to always do a visual before you start your unit. Another thing you also want to do before you even start your unit, I recommend opening up all the doors. This way you got a better visual. Check your fluids. Check your coolant. Check your oil. Check your hydraulic. Make sure you have no leaks. Besides those other grease fittings that I was telling you about, like for your workhorse, you have grease fittings here for your vibrating hopper. A lot of people do not go over their unit. They see it. They don't know what that is, honestly. You have your grease fittings here on this side, and you have two on the opposite side. You go on this side as well. Hydraulic tank, make sure your level's full. Nothing out of the ordinary. If you do a service on your unit, make sure you put your air filter cap back on. Some things a lot of people overlook. They think it's on, and then it's not on. Honestly, the 3 or 4 minutes that you spend looking over your unit will save you thousands of dollars. If you have something loose and you overlook it, that little thing could cost you a lot of money. Just little tips here and there. We try to help everyone. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 908-369-3340. Thank you.